Hello, everyone. Welcome to Divine Light and Love Oracle with Stella. Happy Sunday, everybody. So good to be here with you. Hope everyone has been having a fabulous weekend and that you have just experienced so much goodness and abundance in your lives that you are just overflowing with joy and happiness. So, thank you to those of you who were so patient last night with the technical difficulties that arose. I'm just learning to be very patient and gracious myself when I want to have a meltdown and flame out, but I suppose I'm learning lessons from spirit as well, so it's all good gravy. Hi, Robin. Hello, hello. Hello, Kate. Good to see you. And so, as previously mentioned, I ordered a couple of new decks, which is funny because I'm actually developing decks. So I was like, really, Spirit? But these just felt right. And so I'm so pleased to share them with all of you. I'm going to go ahead and open up the screen so you can see the title of the deck. And it's so pretty. It's called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the curator of this deck. I'm really excited. So he wrote a book as well. And basically, this is him, Michael Singer. Hi, Devorah. It says that Michael had a deep inner awakening in 1971 while he was working on his doctorate in economics. And so he went into seclusion to focus on yoga and meditation. And then in 1975, he founded Temple of the Universe, a now long established yoga and meditation center where people of any religion or set of beliefs can come together to experience inner peace. Along with his more than 4 decades of spiritual teaching, Michael has made major contributions in the areas of business, education, healthcare, and environmental protection. He's also authored 2 books on integration of Eastern and Western philosophy called The Search for Truth, the 3 essays on universal law. And so this deck, I know, right? I was just like, oh my gosh, I was really guided to this deck and I'm super excited to share it. And so a little bit of information about the deck. It says, what can you do each day to find inner peace and freedom? Welcome to the life-changing experience of going beyond yourself. Each quote in this deck has been carefully chosen to bring you a daily dose of wisdom and help you to embrace and live the teachings in the book, The Untethered Soul. From awakening your consciousness to discovering spiritual energy, freeing yourself from blockages, the cards in this deck will help guide you in discovering your true self and experiencing exquisite unconditional happiness. Used regularly, these cards will provide daily inspiration and guidance so you can live consciously and in alignment with who you really are. Let these cards guide you. You may wish to close your eyes and meditate, but either way, I wish you deep growth and happiness on your journey. With great love and respect, Michael A. Singer. So this is such a blessing to have this deck and to glean the knowledge that's here. And I know that as I was shuffling, and I'm still going to just shuffle while we're waiting for a few more folks to come on in, is there's just a very gentle energy that I feel from these cards as I'm shuffling them. I love that the horses are on the deck because it indicates momentum. And I feel like many people right now are experiencing a shift in their momentum, their stamina, their endurance. Everything is increasing with good reason because you're being divinely guided to your destiny right now. And so you may need that little extra oomph to get going and moving forward on your mission. And so thank you all so much for being here today, and I hope that these cards will just minister to you, encourage you, inspire you, and uplift you on your journeys, and help you to draw more within and discover more about your inner self and your higher self, because for such a time as this, you were called to an extraordinary mission in this world, and I wish you so much love and light as you step boldly into your mission work. And if you are already in your mission work, well then, I am so proud of you, and I am so excited for what you're going to be experiencing. Look at that. First card out, going beyond. Now, I realize that many people are indeed going beyond. You're stretching yourselves out. You are going past limitations and limiting mindsets that you once had, because you recognize that you have every right to boldly step forth and move into your mission work, move into the life you've desired and dreamed of. And so now you are going beyond. Hi, Bebita. Hello. You are going beyond. You're confident enough to do it now. You recognize that you're not waiting for validation from an outside party. It's from within. And so on the back of the card is this: beyond is infinite in all directions. So this is a confirmation to you. Yes, that's right. In fact, they all are, Robin. It's so cool. That's why I said, I'm like, these messages are really amplified because they match this. I'm glad you caught that. But yeah, I'm so excited. You are going beyond, and you recognize that there's infinite possibilities in all directions. So there is no more second guessing or doubting what you should be doing. Yeah, every one of these cards is going to be a confirmation. It's so cool. I was like, wow, this is different. But I'm super excited about it. But so we have going beyond. The next card is living life. You are living your life, and hopefully you're living your best life right now. You've moved beyond limiting beliefs. You've moved beyond negative thought processes. You've disconnected from old paradigms and things that no longer serve you. And now you are going beyond, and you're living life. And the card says, deep inner release is a spiritual path in and of itself. It is the path of non-resistance, the path of acceptance, the path of surrender. Hi, Yara. Good evening. So where you are on your journey is recognizing the deep inner release is the key to your awakened life. It is the key to your consciousness. It is the key to your success. You know, we talk about space. If we have so much expectation that we don't allow space or room for growth, we're impacted. And so we're being called to release on a deeper level, to go deep down inside, and that is a spiritual path in itself. You know, it will make you turn within and examine yourself and be introspective and retrospective, but ultimately it comes down to these major things: releasing, accepting, and surrendering. And it reminds me a lot of that serenity prayer. God, grant me the wisdom to accept the things I cannot change, the wisdom to know the things I can change, and the wisdom to know the difference, I think it is. Something to that effect. When you are able to do this, you are serene. There's a peace that flows through you because you recognize that it is not for you to carry burdens on the inside of you, that it weighs you down, that it holds you back. And if you notice this horse that's running, which is actually on the front of the card, the horse is running free. The horse is untethered. So this is Spirit letting us know, untether yourselves, Release yourselves from whatever is not serving you and surrender it willingly. Surrender it to the divine. Don't let it have to be pried out of your hands. Surrender it so that you can be peaceful and serene. I love the colors on the deck. They're very much reminds me of the ocean, and I definitely feel a strong connection to water. I'm an earth sign, but I definitely have water in my charts, and so I feel very much connected to the beach and water. And when I look at this, I just think, how awesome is it to release anything that has been burdening you and releasing it. Imagine like a message in a bottle. If you were to put those thoughts and feelings into a bottle and then just release it out to sea and let it be able to flow away from you. So please, please, please take the time. You're worth it. You're worth every minute of the time it takes for you to go through this path, to accept yourself and to surrender things that are no longer serving you. Yep. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Hi, Lois. Good to see you. Yeah, so these cards right off the bat, I'm just like, yup. Yup. Oh my goodness. Now, some of them on the front will have the same message, but on the back side is different. So just so you know, in case you're like, wow, Stella, that's the same message. No, it's just the fronts of the cards. Some of them are going to have the same words up top. So, ooh, here we go. Awakening consciousness. Awakening consciousness. I'll try to turn that light down a little bit there. And so it says, there is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. This is really a call again to that internal work that we all must do, that we have to listen to our higher self. We have to listen to those promptings that are moving us towards our awakening, our consciousness. You know, I think sometimes because we've given away our power, we turn off our intuitive skills and abilities. And Spirit is letting us know this is the time for you to regain your equilibrium and to listen and be mindful of what intuitive hits and nudges you're receiving and to act upon them. Because when you do so, you are allowing yourself to grow. That's true growth. When you can take ownership and say, I know that this is good for me, or I know this is not good for me, and then take the appropriate actions to follow through. Whether you're a person involved in the twin flame journey or not, you know, true growth comes from that spiritual maturity that says, I can identify and discern what is good and what is not good for me and act appropriately and accordingly. Aw, thanks, Robin. I like these cards. First time working with this deck. All right. Okay. So this one had living life again. So we're being prompted to get out there and live our best lives. We can't be sitting around on the beanbag eating flaming hot Cheetos watching Netflix binges. We've got to get out there and live our lives. It says, if you are living every experience fully, then death doesn't take anything from you. Yeah. And we're not just talking the physical death, we're talking the death that occurs when we are no longer experiencing a connection with someone. If you are living and experiencing life fully, you recognize that even the hard things that you might go through all serve a purpose in your life. So don't run away from it. Just like the horse is running straight on, head on. Face whatever it is head on and face it with courage. Face it with strength. Know that you have what it takes to get through whatever you're going through. I know sometimes things can be discouraging. It seems like the odds are stacked against you. You've been knocked down one too many times. You've had people project and tell you negative things that have discouraged you or hurt your feelings or caused you to doubt what your plans are. But I'm here to tell you, this is your life. This is your journey. Nobody else has the right to come in and take away from your dreams, your visions, your goals. In fact, Kate, if you could put a link, there's a song that I love, you guys. It's by Mariah Carey, and it was from a movie called Tennessee. And the song is called Right to Dream. And it is one of my I'm going to say the word favoritist, one of my favoritist songs, because the words are so soul stirring. And so I'm going to attempt to sing at least one of the verses for you so you can kind of get the gist of what I'm talking about. And I lay awake sometimes, scared to close my eyes, and I wonder where I left myself and lost the will to fight. And the night melts into morning, still it's cold beneath the sun, 'cause the fire in me is languishing, and I'm too frozen to run. Every once in a while, there's a distant glimmer of hope I find somewhere deep inside. Someone strong still resides, and I know she's gonna be fine in time. 'Cause you see, I've got a lot to dream. There's more than this for me. I love that song, you guys. It is just the sweetest thing ever. Hi, Beth. And I'm telling you, this is your life. You have a right to dream. And don't let those tough experiences block you from continuing to dream and live your life, moving in a forward direction with momentum. Move forward with purpose and intention. This is your life. No one else can live it for you. Oh, thanks, Robin. You're so sweet. I truly don't do it justice, but Kate put the link in there so you guys can hear Mariah's version of it. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you haven't seen the movie Tennessee, it's actually a pretty good movie. So that's definitely one to add to your list if you watch movies at home. All right. So we've been getting several messages from Spirit. Live your life. Live your life right now. This is the moment, and it belongs to you. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Ooh, this one is freeing yourself. I love it. The purpose of spiritual evolution is to remove blockages that cause you fear. Yes, the fear must be dealt with, because fear and love, they're like oil and water. They're not going to vibe together. And so in order for you to raise your vibration, you must align with truth and love. And that is the formula that casts out fear. That's the formula. That's what removes the blockages. Align with the vibration of truth. Align with the vibration of love. And that will cause fear to fall away. Fear has a naughty way of playing with our perception of things. And I think that's one of the big deals in this twin flame journey that a lot of people struggled with, is the truth, hearing the truth, telling the truth, receiving the truth. We don't hide anymore. We are out in the open. Oh my gosh. And again, the next card right behind it was a freeing yourself. So see, Spirit's giving us multiple messages about living our life, freeing ourselves, and moving into a place of empowerment and momentum. Oh, wow, look at this. Simply permit the pain to come into your heart and pass through. If you do that, it will pass. If you are sincerely seeking truth, you'll let go every time. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is just some real common sense stuff. A lot of times in the twin flame journey, people will seek readers and intuitives because they're not in communication with an individual that they perceive and believe to be their twin. Now, we should, as adults, be able to communicate to one another in a respectful, helpful, proactive way. But as you know, because of the 4 attachment styles, and Kate, I'm going to ask you to put the link to that in here, that is not always an easy thing to do. And if you are acquainted with the attachment styles, then you're going to recognize exactly what I'm talking about here, because this is what causes turbulence initially, I believe, personally, in communication between masculines and feminines. So if you're in a secure attachment style, you are okay with autonomy. You're okay with people coming and going. You know, love takes no ownership. You are secure within yourself. There's no insecurity if a person needs time, space. You're perfectly fine with it. If you are anxious and preoccupied, you're going to need constant reassurance that everything is okay in the connection, that when there are silences or pauses, you feel anxious, you feel distressed, you feel worried. Those are emotions that are very powerful and turbulent and cause a lot of blockages because they're fear-based. If there is a dismissive / avoidant attachment style, it's that kind of, I've been hurt before, so I'm not going to let you get close to me because you know what? I'm not going to let you in so that you can do more damage to my already damaged heart. So there's a brick wall that's been erected and built up to keep people out and to also isolate and insulate oneself. Then you have people who are just flat out fearful and avoidant. They might see you or you might see them and you might feel like this is a good opportunity, this is a good connection, but there's just so much fear and anxiety that it's not going to work out or that it's not going to come to fruition that they just are literally like